Man in the middle attack. Either we call it MITM, man in the middle. Man in the middle means someone in the middle, which listening your conversation, which listening your communication, which intercept your communication. Whatever you are sending and receiving is between you. Like suppose if I'm calling someone, my girlfriend or someone, and someone is listening our conversation in the middle. This is called man in the middle attack. Hacker use this method to retrieve credit card detail, login detail, communication, and many other things, to listen the communication for money, for any other purpose, to down you, to service down, to for whatever. It can be in any attack. It's a cyber attack. Suppose this is a web server, this is a user, he want to connect to the server. So this is the actual connection when there is no man in the middle. But when man in the middle comes, so communication will be through the man in the middle. User don't know because he is sending the traffic, man in the middle is receiving. Then they give it to web server and web server is giving to, they both are thinking that we are connected directly. But basically there is a man in the middle. You got the idea what is man in the middle attack? So let's do it. What we will do, I need for that purpose. Okay, let me on GNS3. I need a switch and two devices so that we can check them. So let me on GNS3. Either we can do it in what is called eVisual. Okay, let's connect GNS3 and we will need two devices. So just give me a minute, then we will configure it here, and let me give them any name. Suppose man in the middle. Okay, I need two routers. Let me wait, it is on. Yeah, it's on now. So I need suppose two routers. So let me take one router here and one router here. I need one switch, so let me take a switch in the middle to connect these two devices, and let me take one dummy switch. When you are connected to your VMware, so it basically sometimes when you direct connect it give you an issue, so it's better to uh, use a dummy switch between. Sometimes it's better to not to take risk and make them. Okay, so let me change to something. Okay, now I need a cloud to connect my Kali Linux. Okay, so I need this cloud. Where is this the cloud? Okay, this cloud, and right click and connect them to net. This one VM8. You know my Kali Linux is connected to VM8. That's why if I go there, this one net. Okay, and net is VM8 basically. So I choose this one. Let me remove this one so you will be not confused. Okay, and let me connect. You can change the, by the way, let me on, it will on, and until date I can change the what is called symbol as well. So let me change the symbol and let's take it red, and attacker, if there is any attacker image it will be good. Yeah, this one. Okay, and this is Kali attacker. Okay, and now let's connect. So this my Kali Linux connect to dummy switch. Dummy switch is connected to the proper switch, and proper switch is connected to here. Either we don't need even we is enough this one, but anyway we will do another attack as well. So and it's connected to R2. This is the simplest topology we have. Okay, And now I need to assign IP and change the MAC address. Here I will assign MAC address so that it's easy for us. Suppose I will say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. It's a 12 digit MAC address, yeah. So I assign this MAC address to this one, and R2 we will assign MAC address to just to make them simple, yeah. That's why I'm changing the MAC address. And Kali Linux we will assign MAC address 33, okay. And IP they will get automatically through DHCP. So let's go to R1 first and configure it. Okay, and let me go open R2 as well, and just wait for a while it's to start. Then we will configure MAC address is this one, and we'll get IP automatically. And Kali Linux our IP is this one, and let me change the MAC address. Okay, fconfig my IP address is this one. Okay, and let's go there and let me type my IP address as well. This is my IP. They will also get the same range, by the way, from DHCP. Until the device is on, my MAC address is different. We call them MAC address, Ethernet address, physical address, so many name of this one. Let me change my MAC address. Command is MAC changer. And when you enter, it will show you the help. If you don't know how to change the MAC address, just type help and it will show you. Here is the example. So let me go to M and change the MAC address. So we decide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this should be 3, 3. On which interface? It's 0. Now let me check my MAC address is changed or not. So yes, our new MAC address is this one. A3, which we decide to give. Yeah, now I need to do the same thing here. So R1 is here, go to configure interface E0/0, change the MAC address with the command MAC address 1 2. You know how to assign the MAC address. Here we assign differently 4 4. So 1 2 3 4 dot 1 2 3 4 1 2 and then 1 1. Sorry, 1 2 3 4 1 2. This more, and this should be. So I change the MAC address, and now IP address DHCP and no shutdown. It will get automatically, and write the changes. Now let's go to R2 and let's until it's on, let me enable telnet as well. Here line VTY 0 to 4 transport input all and login, sorry, password first and login. So I enable telnet here. Okay, and right, done. Now let's go to R2 and R2 config T interface E0/0. First change the MAC address 1234 1234 12, and then we say 22. Change the MAC address and IP address DHCP, no shutdown, exit, and line VTY 0 to 4 transport input all, password 123, login, exit, and done. Why I done? Let me show you. Show IP ARP. They say I know only two. Okay, what is the IP now of this system? Show. Okay, so let me do one more thing. No CDP run, because it will show me again and again that error. No CDP run. And also here, no CDP run. You know, in switch they will show you normally duplex mismatch, so that's why. Okay, now check the IP. Show IP interface brief. So this system got this IP. Okay, and this the MAC address. R2 get IP. Let's check IP interface brief 143. Okay, and so Kali Linux is 192, they have 143, this is 142 and 43. Okay, let me put them here if you cannot see. Okay. Okay, this is our scenario. Now let me do ping once. So 143 is their own and 142. Okay, because it's direct connected and 192 is Kali Linux. I ping all so that we can see ARP entry, show IP ARP. They say 142 is this one. Look at the MAC address, this one. And 143 is this system. So it's showing 2. And Kali Linux is 192 is showing 333. Done. Let me see here. Show IP ARP. It's also showing. Let me ping Kali Linux as well. 192.168, 114, 192. It was 192 or 193. Yeah, 192. So let me complete the table here as well. Yeah, so 142 is 11 is this one, 22 is R2 and 33 is Kali Linux. Now tell me, if these two systems try to communicate each other, do you think I will get any detail here on Kali Linux? No, because R1 is pinging R2. Why they will get? Because it's a unicast traffic. Let me start ping from R1 to 192.168.114.143, which is R2, and repeat them 1000 times. And let me go to Kali Linux and on here Wireshark. That am I receiving anything? Which snip shouldn't be. Why I will receive? Because they are doing communication. This is my Ethernet interface. And I will say here ICMP because we are generating ICMP. No, it's communicating, but I'm not getting. Why I would get? There is no chance to get. Yeah, if it is a broadcast, then I can get first packet here. But R1 is doing communicating with R2. I'm not receiving. Let me do from R1 to R2 telnet service as well. Stop and telnet. Let me do this one and remove rather than to type IP and make them telnet. I enable telnet. Yeah. Telnet and 123. I log into R2 from R1 and let me go to Kali Linux and type here, did you receive any telnet traffic? He will say no. Why I will receive? Nobody do telnet with me. Why if R1 or R2 are doing their telnet, why I would receive? But I want to do communication, whatever they are doing between, I need to retrieve. This is called man in the middle. Now I need to do something that whenever R1 try to reach R2, either R2 reach to R1, one copy will be sent it to me and I will become like a man in the middle. I will become like a man in the middle here. So whatever they are sending and receiving, I will receive one copy. That's what I want. So what I will do, I will go to Kali Linux, minimize this, either let me open a new terminal and we have ethercap dash G. You can use many tools and because there are 1,000 tools to do the job. So I open ethercap and from here I start snip and start unifeed snipping on my EH0 interface and OK. Then I say start snipping. But before that one I need to scan for host if someone is there. So let me scan in the network. So they find no user. Okay, so for that purpose what I need to do, let me ping here from here if I receive them 192.168.114.142 and the other one was 143. And let me go back to ethercap. This basically there is a bug in the this old ether channel. That's why sometimes it's not working, but anyway, I will try again. So let me scan for host. Okay, it's still not. So what I need to do now, it will retrieve. So let me go to configuration interface E0/0 IP address. I will do DHCP again so that they can retrieve the information. Okay, so now let's see they discover something or not. So let me scan for host and host list. So they get scan the entire network and they get these details. Now I need to check what is my IP. I know by MAC address as well, but show IP interface brief 142, and what is this one? Show IP interface brief 143. Let me look for 142 and 143. Yeah, this one. So they scan many IPs are there, but my target is this one. So I scan the IP, so I will say add to target 1, and 143 is the second system, add to target 2. Let me view it. If you go to, where is, yeah, current target. So I say 142, which is R1, and 142, what is R3. Now I will start snipping, okay, and go to main in the middle attack MITM, and here I will say R poisoning, and here I will say snip remote connection and OK. Now let's see, the scenario will change. Now before, when I check show IPR, in front of 43 it's showing Kali Linux MAC address. Can I show you by somehow? No. 143 is this one. Before it was showing is, oh, it was too much above. So let me go to this one. Now I'm in R2. So in R1, which is 142, is was showing 11 MAC address. But when I try again, let me show you again. It's showing me Kali Linux because I done man in the middle attack. So when they're sending the traffic, so basically switch will decide this switch. They'd give it this detail to this MAC address, this fake MAC, look at now. So now let's do the communication again. R1 and R2. Let me do telnet to 192.168.114.142. I'm doing communication from R2 to R1, but this Kali Linux will also get the same detail. Connecting, and when you go to Kali Linux Wireshark, where I open Wireshark, here you need to see telnet traffic. Either let me do ping as well. Ping 192.168 140 142 was that one. Sorry, ping 192.168.114.142. I need to receive the ICMP packet now here. Let me check ICMP. Look at now. 143 is sending traffic to 142 and I am getting the detail. One copy here. Look at ICMP packets. It has to, by the way. Okay, I did not enable routing on this Kali Linux. That's why they cannot do communicate. I forgot that command. But whenever now whatever you do telnet, whatever, they will get one copy here. Before I done telnet here to 143, and here I need to receive telnet. I need to enable routing. What was the command to enable routing? And here I forgot that command to enable routing and Kali Linux. It's in document somewhere, but I forgot them. Now I will uh, search them. So it's better to search it here. One small command we need to enable this one. and let me, then it will start communication. So let me go to Kali Linux, paste, it should be one. So to disable, we need to enable forwarding. Yeah, that's the command. Yeah, I got it now. Let me check this one. One or two is basically to enable something. I think so. It should be enable, or yeah, let me see now if I can start pinging and telnet. So no, even I cannot ping it. Basically, because this now the Kali Linux in the middle, so it has to play the role of routing as well. So forward the traffic. For that purpose, we need, I think so, it should be one. Let me make them one. And now let's try. Yeah, I start now working. Okay, forget about this one. Now let me do telnet. I am doing telnet 123 from R1 to R2. R1 is thinking that I am doing telnet to R2, but basically here, look at telnet. I retrieve the detail and now I can see the traffic. Follow TCP stream and I see the detail 123, they type it. Now I'm in the middle between these two guys. This is called man in the middle attack. There are many methods to use. One of them I show you are poisoning. If we go to Kali Linux and EtherCap, man in the middle are poisoning, ICMP redirect, port stealing, DHCP spoofing, NDP poisoning, and so many other plugging as well. Many method. What I done, I manipulate. So when R1 is sending a traffic, I tell him that the MAC address of R2 is this one, 33. And when R2 is sending the traffic, I told them that the MAC address of R1 is 33. So both are when traffic is coming because switch is working through MAC address. So instead switch send the traffic to R1, it will send to Kali Linux and I enable routing here. So he is in the middle. So he will get one copy and will send back to R1. So R1 don't know, he said I'm doing telnet and it's okay. But he don't know he is doing telnet, yes. But one copy is receiving by that, and also when they do ping, one copy is sending there. Everything whatever they do communication, one copy is going to this. That's why enable routing there, routing was not enabled. It should be enabled so that they can divert the traffic back to there. So this is my target one, this is my target two, and I told them whatever they are doing, spoof them. And now you can see the MAC ARP entry. It clearly show IPR. So 13 is showing Kali Linux MAC address. Actually, this should be only here, but it's showing here as well. That's the main job what we done it. Anyway, R poisoning and all these we will do in detail later in the course. This was just the introduction. What is man in the middle attack? So we done man in the middle and we use EtherCap. There are many tool and utility to use in Kali Linux to do such thing. Even in your house modem you can do. So whatever your other person is doing, you will receive one copy.